Hi, my name is Muhammad Hafiz Daniel. Today I will be presenting an overview of Malaysia's trade performance, focusing on both December 2024 and the full year of 2024. Let's explore the key highlights, growth figures, major trading partners, and the main product driving our trade. So for the first one, in December 2024, overall performance. In December 2024, Malaysia did very well in trade. The total trade value was Rm 257.86 billion. That's a growth of 14.6% compared to December 2023. Exports were Rm 138.52 billion and grew by 16.9%. Imports were Rm 119.34 billion, up by 11.9%. We also had a trade surplus of Rm 19.18 billion, which means we export more than we imported. That is good for our economy. Next is the main export countries in December 2024. Malaysia exported the most to these countries in December 2024. The first one, Asian countries, with Rm 28.53 billion, growth 19.8%. China with Rm 27.36 billion with growth 18.2%, USA with Rm 12.05 billion with growth 41.3%. Taiwan and the European Union also received many of our exports. These five markets made up about 69.2% of all exports. Now let's look at the main import countries in December 2024. Let's look at the countries we imported from. Malaysia imported the most goods from Asia with a value of Rm 38.45 billion, an increase of 16.3%. The second largest source of imports was China at Rm 19.36 billion, which grew by 9.6%. Next was the USA, with imports valued at Rm 18.94 billion, showing a big rise of 29.4%. We also imported a lot from Hong Kong, SAR, at the European Union. Altogether, these countries made up 73.9% of Malaysia's total imports in December 2024. Now, let's move on to main export products in December 2024. Malaysia's economy depends on many types of products. In December 2024, the top export product was electrical and electronic (E&E) products. We exported Rm 42.63 billion worth of E&E products, which grew by 31.5%. Other major export items included petroleum products, manufacturers of metal, and palm oil-based products. These five major product groups made up 64.5% of Malaysia's total export for the month. This shows that E&E products are the backbone of our export economy. For the total trade performance of 2024. Now let's look at Malaysia's trade for the entire year of 2024. Malaysia's total trade value for the year was Rm 2.879 trillion. That is a lot of money, and it was a new record for the country. This was an increase of 9.2% compared to the year of 2023. The export for the year were worth Rm 1.508 trillion, which is 5.7% more than in 2023. Imports were valued at Rm 1.371 trillion, a bigger increase of 13.2%. However, our trade surplus went down to Rm 136.88 billion, which is 36.4% lower than the previous year. This happened because imports grew more than exports. Now, major export countries of the 2024. For the whole 2024, Malaysia's biggest export market was again Asian. We exported Rm 437.92 billion to Asia, which was 4.2% more than in 2023. Our export to the USA grew strongly by 23.2%, reaching Rm 198.65 billion. Export to China, however, dropped slightly by 2.2% to Rm 187.67 billion. Other important export destinations were the European Union and Hong Kong SAR. These countries played a big role in supporting Malaysia's trade growth. The last one, major import countries. Let's now look at where Malaysia is imported from in 2024. Our top import partner was China with Rm 296.45 billion, up by 14.8%. Imports from Asia were also high at Rm 327.17 billion, showing an 8.9% increase. USA and Taiwan were also among the top sources of imports. These countries together made up over 70.2% of all the goods were imported in 2024. This shows that Malaysia relies a lot on regional and global partners for supplies. So, for the conclusion, Malaysia had a strong year in trade during 2024. December was the best month with the highest trade value. The USA became one of our fastest growing markets. Electrical and electronic products were our top export throughout the year. Even though the trade surplus was lower, the overall trade performance shows that Malaysia is still an important trading country in the world.